What is up, YouTube? Before I get into the video, let me remind you that if you like my content, hit that like and subscribe button. And also, if you feel the need to support me, hit me up on my Patreon at patreon.com/uncommonramen. Capital U, capital R. I do all this in my free time, so any amount of support can help me bring more of this content to you more often. All right, today we are looking at Dr. Madison Lee. In a time where everyone was building Satya, I decided to not build Satya, which kind of left you with 1 to 2 options, Liberty Prime or Dr. Madison Lee. Liberty Prime costs a lot of mana, and Dr. Madison Lee does not, so we went with Dr. Madison Lee. Alright, Dr. Madison Lee is 1 blue, 1 red, 1 white for a 2/3. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you get energy. You can tap this and pay 1 energy to have target creature get +1/+0 and gain trample and haste until end of turn. You can tap this to pay 3 energy to draw a card, or you can tap this to pay 5 energy to return an artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Alright, first up is creatures. We're going to start with an Aether Squall Ancient, an Aether Storm Rock, an Assaultron Dominator, Behemoth of Vault 0, Blaster Hulk, Brotherhood Scribe, Enthusiastic Mechanaut, Ethereum Sculptor, Guide of Souls, Joyra, Weatherlight Captain, Liberty Prime Recharged, Lightning Runner, Loyal Inventor, Paladin Dance, Steel Maverick, Razorfield Ripper, Rex Cyberhound, Robobrain Warmind, Royal Cartographer, Satya, Aetherflux Genius, Sentrybot, Solemn Simulacrum, Sphinx of the Revelation, Steel Overseer, Synth Eradicator, the Motherlode Excavator, and Whirler Virtuoso. Next up is Instants. Starting with Aether Spike, Desynchronization, Dispatch, Electrosiphon, Glimmer of Genius, Swords to Plowshares, Thirst for Knowledge, Tune the Narrative. Next up is Sorceries. Austere Command, Jolted Awake, Localized Destruction, One with the Machine, and Wake the Past. Alright, the meat of the deck. Artifacts. Aether Refinery, Aetherworks Marvel, Arcane Signet, Automated Assembly Line, Bespoke Battle Wagon, Conversion Apparatus, Crystal Skull Isu Spyglass, Decoction Module, Fabrication Module, Gonti's Aether Heart, Is It Generatorium, Lightning Greaves, Mystic Forge, Panharmonicon, Plasma Caster, Soul Ring, Solar Transformer, Stone Idol Generator, T45 Power Armor, Talisman of Conviction, Talisman of Creativity, and Talisman of Progress. Next is enchantments. Aether Revolt, Consulate Surveillance, Era of Innovation, and Vault 112 Sadistic Simulation. Next up is going to be non-basic lands. We got ourselves Aether Hub, Ancient Den, Buried Ruin, Clifftop Retreat, Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Ferris Lake, Glacial Fortress, Great Furnace, Hallowed Fountain, Helios 1, Mystic Monastery, Path of Ancestry, Prairie Stream, Raugrin Triumph, Razortide Bridge, Rustvale Bridge, Seat of Synod, Silver Bluff Bridge, Skycloud Expanse, Spire of Industry, Sulphur Falls, Temple of Enlightenment, Temple of Epiphany, and Treasure Vault. Basics. 1, 2, 3 islands. 1, 2, 3 mountains. 1, 2, 3 plains. Okay, so that is Dr. Madison Lee. Thing about energy decks is that there really isn't many very good cards for energy. Even with the new stuff, energy kind of relies on going infinite. There's a couple different ways you can do that. The Reflex Runner, or whatever his name is a good example of something that can go infinite for infinite combats that can win you the game. There's other ways to recur artifacts, so infinite LTB, ETB effects, but most of the time energy decks aren't super great. Satya is the exception because it creates copies of things, so you can be pretty aggressive with it. One of the benefits of the Dr. Madison Lee deck is that if you have the Fallout precon and you have the Satya precon, you can kind of just mash them together and you'll pretty much get this deck. There are some cards that you'll probably have to grab from your collection. Also, on the other hand, you could do the same thing for Satya, since there is a very finite amount of energy-related cards. So, I've played this deck a couple times. It works out pretty well. There are quite a few artifacts in here. There's a lot of ways to create energy. There's a lot of ways to get energy from things entering the battlefield. So you have a lot of draw power in this deck, as well as a lot of versatility. So anyway, yeah, Dr. Madison Lee. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Keep it positive. I'll remove negative comments. And until next time, guys. Peace.